Whoa, hello everybody. It's what is today? It's Wednesday. It's first full week of January, and man, what a day! What a day! I have to tell you, I had one of the best days I've had in a while. I got to work with a fantastic group of if I could talk, cinematographers, videographers. Really, honestly, isn't a word. Cinematographer, however, is great day. Came home from a pro shoot and spent some time with the wifey and the kiddo. And now it's late. I'm in my office as where I do my day job. This part of my desk is my creative space. I got my MacBook Pro and my PC because yeah, I use two OSs. But it hits me sometimes when I'm by myself, even after a great day. I struggle with things, and I don't know if it's ever been apparent to you guys. I don't try to hide anything. I've always tried to be super real with everybody that tunes into this channel. I've never really talked about it, but not been diagnosed yet. But man, I get depressed as hell sometimes. Um, when I allow my brain to slow down and I get a chance to think, and sometimes it just sucks. I don't have any motivation. It just sucks, man, and it hurts. I don't know how to explain it. I'm terrible at that. And it hit me. It's like how many other folks feel this way? How many other people, when they get a chance to slow down and they just live their day to day life, they experience just this just I hate it. I'm not super good at talking about it. Um, Hi Leah, how you doing tonight? Thanks for saying hi. I appreciate you. And the thing is, I know if I feel it, other folks do. 3 weeks ago, I had the advice of family and friends. I started to see a counselor. Something I never thought I needed. I look at my life. It's like, man, I am so blessed. I have a lot of things. I've got a great day job. I moonlight with a video production company. I do freelance drone videography and cinematography, if I could speak. I run a charity out of my house. I co-host a podcast. Of course, I've got you guys in the Ray Ray family. Y'all are awesome. I have a lot of good things going for me. How in the hell would I ever be depressed? But it's a real thing. It's a real thing, even for me. And if anything, I think about this on YouTube. We see all this positive stuff. We see all these great things. We see what people put on the camera. That's all they show is the good stuff. And I'm like, I want to be real with everybody. And if I can help in any way, I want to do that. I'm not going to pretend to be a therapist. I'm not here for that. I'm just sharing my personal, my struggles. It's only fair that you guys get to see all of that. And I've said it on a good number of videos. I want to help people out, but what I don't know if anybody realizes is when I make those videos, that's therapy for me. Those are things that I'm feeling at the time. Those are things I'm dealing with. I'm like, man, I know I'm not the only one. If I can make a video and even only 20 people see it, if it helps one of those 20 people that see it, then for me, what I'm going through is worth it because I've had the opportunity to help. And I'm not here looking for a shoulder to cry on. I'm not here to say, hey, Ray, it's going to be okay. We'll make your day better. It's not about that. And Lee, I'm seeing your comment right now, sweetie. People are often afraid. Oh, I just disappeared off the screen. I will see that later. As the comments come up, I'm going to do my best to give everyone a shout out and all that good stuff. But no, you're absolutely right. Sometimes it's hard to take that first step. I'm going to be 39 years old in a few weeks, and I struggled with it. I was scared to death. I was like, "Oh my gosh, what is this?" Is like art are the things that I've been through, and most of those, if any, I've never talked about on this channel. I'm not good at talking about it, being real. But it was really hard for me to make the phone call and try to get things set up. And it's where I could go just see a counselor, yeah, just to talk to somebody to help me process and deal with a lot of stuff that, as a dude, I felt the need to just suppress. It's something that's talked about. I don't know if it's a societal norm, or I'm not going to say I was raised that way. Um, maybe I was. I don't know. I'm not going to blame my parents for anything. I'm a grown man. I make my own decisions. I think it's not fair to pin things on them. What are you at, Ray? Hi, Dana. Lilo the cat. How you doing? Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. So again, I'm not here to blame anybody or anything. It's not about that. And again, this isn't a cry for help for you guys. I'm just sharing my personal experiences. One thing I'll share. When I was 18, from 18 to 23, this is some years ago, I was a volunteer firefighter at a rural department in Mays County, Oklahoma. With that, I went to school and became a medic first responder. Goal in my life at that point was to be a flight medic. I was just completely enthralled with medevac services and Tulsa Life Flight. We got to work with them regularly through the fire department. And that was a goal in my life at that time. I was 18 years old when I passed my first responder course. And at that time in 1999, in the state of Oklahoma, if you passed your first responder, you are basically an EMT basic, which that position no longer exists. But we could do anything an EMT basic could do, but administer shots or give an IV. Anything else we could absolutely do, and we did. Oh gosh, less than a week after I passed my clinicals and my written exam, I got paged. And I don't want to say where, just God forbid anybody that was around this incident recalls it or knows somebody. Very first call for me in that position was a signal 30. That means someone has already passed, or is believed to have already passed away. That was an incident at Grand Lake, out by Disney Langley, Oklahoma. A man was out with his family and had been drinking, fell off a boat, and got tangled in a rope and drowned. Very, very sad deal. So I was there with Lake Patrol and MESTA, Mays County Ambulance Service. And I was there waiting with the team when the boat came up to the docks. And we helped bring individual out of the water. That was tough to see. That was tough enough. One of the things I never found a coping mechanism for was the reactions of the surviving family members on the boat. When I saw the counselor, 3 weeks ago for the first time, that was one of the first things I brought up, and I mentioned to her I can only assume it was his son. But I locked eyes with this kid, and his face, I can never forget it. I still see that kid's face. And it sucks. Complete feeling of helplessness and hurt and just all this other stuff. I'm doing my best to not curse. I try to keep this as family friendly as possible. That's just one of a lot of stuff that I saw and dealt with, and never found a way to deal with until, golly, now 21 years later. So I've lived a life of just suppressing all this stuff, just shoving everything down, anything that comes up, just like, rawr, just shove it down. And after years and years of that, now the tiniest little things just have a far larger negative reaction than they need to have. And that's just not healthy. That's not good for me. It's not good for anybody around me. I'm really good at putting on a front and a big smile. Hey, hope you have a great day. People don't see what goes on behind that. And I'm at 30, I'm going to be 39 in a few weeks. I'm learning that it's okay to get help to fix that. And I want to make it a point to, like, it's okay to get help. It's okay to not suffer. It's okay to feel like you're alone. Because as many people as I'm around every day, a lot of times I feel alone because I didn't know, and I'm still learning just how to ask for help. And again, I know if I'm going through that, how many other folks out there are feeling the same way, are just scared to death to call somebody, to call their friend. And man, on Facebook all the time I see it on my friends list. Hey, I'd rather you call me, and tell me you're having a bad day than have to give you a eulogy at your funeral. We all see that. And I just saw a comment, man, that is so awesome that your cousin's getting help. That is fantastic. I am thrilled to death to see that. But we see memes and stuff all the time on Facebook. Reach out, call me for help, call me for help. That's great. How many people that need help actually reach out for it, though? I'm glad that I have friends that posted those things. I never once reached out to any of them, knowing full well that I could have. I could call a good handful of people up at 2 a.m. and be like, man, I need to talk to somebody before I do something stupid. Not that I wouldn't buy that. Like, I don't know, go drink and drive or something. I don't do drugs or anything like that. Good grief. Maybe some other people would fall into those pitfalls. We know they do. We see it every day. And again, I'm not here for a sob story. I pray it doesn't come across like that to y'all. I just want to be real with everybody. One thing that really, I've learned and has helped me out in the past few weeks, with the counselor, she talks about everything being not many reach out. I've been the go-to person for a friend of mine for the past 8 years. Dana, that's awesome. I'm glad that you're there for folks. That's huge. A lot of people don't have somebody like you, and it's sad that folks are in that boat. But man, hopefully they can find a way to get the help they need. I feel very blessed and fortunate to be in a spot where I could reach out to somebody and start to find a way to chew through this stuff. I am not. I tell people I'm not the most emotional guy. I'm super good at being happy, and I'm super good at being angry. And probably 95% of the time, I'm in the happy boat. Exploring with CF. Hey man, nice to catch you. Always wanted. Hey man, I remember you, bro. You stumbled on the video I did for the abandoned stretch of I-44 a couple years ago. So thanks for being here, my dude. I appreciate you. Definitely not a drone video tonight, man. This is just big as Ray being as real and nitty gritty for me as it gets. I'm gonna circle back. Oh gosh, I forgot where I was. It's late at night is what it is. It's like, no, I'm not the most emotional individual. I'm really good at happy and angry, and I spend a lot of time in the happy zone. Like I said, I put on the front. Everybody thinks I'm happy. Like everywhere I go, man, hold the door open for somebody, smile, like, hey, have a great day. I go shopping somewhere, be like, hey, how you doing today? I'm like, man, best day ever. And always those people are like, what do you mean best day ever? Like, I say that every day. Just one day I hope it's true. Painfully optimistic. That's always helped me get through the day. Just little stuff like that. When people don't see the stuff that goes on behind that. But my thing, if I can keep one person from feeling what I feel, it's been worth it. And that's cool and all, but that's not healthy. I'm learning that that is absolutely not a healthy way to be, not a healthy way to live. And if I can, even now, I've got a good handful of people on, and I appreciate every one of you guys tuning in. If this helps even one of y'all, just to know that you are not alone. If you're struggling, you are absolutely not the only one. There's some giant dude in Oklahoma who's going through some stuff and is willing to go get the help and admit that he needs help. Then, man, maybe it'll help you too. And Henry, I appreciate you, my dude. Thank you so much, man. Just you dropping a comment and being here is so encouraging. So you have no idea. Thank you. Thank you so much. And Isabella, I see your comment. So I understand asking for help is hard because you don't want to be a burden. Like they're your friends. You don't want to drag them down. Even when I talk to my wife, I try to open up to her and have conversations. And God love her, she's there for me. But I'll start to say stuff like, man, I don't want to ruin your good day. You don't need to hear my problems. You got stuff that you're dealing with too. You don't need to hear me ramble on about stuff. And so a lot of times I close off. And that's like, and that's me. That's nothing against her. That's not healthy. And Nathan, my cat Jeanette, has helped me and continues to help me so much in my life. Hey, that's good. You got an emotional support animal, and I don't know a lot about that, but there's a lot of folks apparently that get huge benefits from that. So if you found something that helps you out, my dude, that is fantastic. I'm glad to see a success story there. That's good, man. So thank you for sharing. I know that can be difficult. And like the comment before that, reaching out's hard. It's hard because you don't want to drag people down. Hi, Kathy. How you doing tonight? I hope you are doing well. Thanks for in every comment, guys. Seriously, so encouraging. You have no idea. That means the world to me. Um, Hi, Haley from Sweden. How you doing, sweetie? I hope you're having a good night. And I'm glad it's another friend that has a cat that helps out. I mean, that's awesome. You guys know I have a kitty, and Karma's a sweetheart. She is definitely wifey's pet. She tolerates me. I know she loves me, but I don't usually get to pet her unless she's sitting on wifey's lap. That's fine. She doesn't attack me or anything. So, hey, I love to share videos of her sweet spirit. That's awesome. I love that, Nathan. Kendra, how you doing? Rachel struggled with depression off and on for 20 years. Therapy. I didn't get to read that whole comment. But no, you're welcome. And Nathan, post a link in the comments here, if you would. There is a lot of stigma associated with mental health. So, Carolyn, kind of crazy, you're live right now as I was just texting my cousin about these issues. No, it's a real thing. It is. And it's tough to see because I know folks, in my life, in my friends and family, my inner circle, that deal with things, and a lot of it goes undealt with. Hey, I'm around Broken Arrow. Hey, Josh Gaming, how you doing, buddy? I can see in the live stream here. I'm in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, so howdy to a fellow Okie. And it is extremely hard. And the comment dropped before I could read it all. I apologize. But it is tough, and that's why I say, I know how hard it was for me. And yeah, the gym is great, by the way. I started going to I go to the gym regularly. I've been doing cardio, but I started lifting again about 4 weeks ago with a couple of buddies, and man, it helps. Oh my gosh. First week was horrible. Everything hurt, but after going at it a week, it's like I'm excited to going again. Hey, God bless you too, Josh. I appreciate that, man. And Kathy, it's cool that you got a cat that'll help you out like that. That's super cool. I'm gonna circle back again, but no, it's tough that so many people need help. There is an ugly stigma against people with mental health issues, and we hear it talked about all the time. You get a broken arm, you go to the doctor, it gets fixed. If you fall off a ladder, break your leg, we go to the doctor, get it fixed. You get in a car accident, whatever happens, whatever trauma, you go to the doctor, get it fixed. But anything inside here, and sorry, guys. Oh gosh, this hat is filthy McDirty. I'm sorry, y'all had to see that. And that's fine. We can click on your name there. And we can always Google that later and find your channel, man. Thank you for sharing. And it is hard to deal with. And so, Kathy, you worked in it for 30 years. It's tough. You've probably seen it a lot more than I have, I'm sure, if that's your day-to-day job. And a wow, Barbara. Congratulations for one surviving. That is awesome. But hang in there, sweetie. Hang in there, sugar. You are not the only one struggling because, like I said, I'm going through some stuff. Y'all see happy, positive videos out of me all the time, and it's like, you know what? There's a flip side, y'all. My life is great. I'm very blessed, but I've got some challenges I have to deal with and just work through. Again, I hate the fact that it took me almost 39 years to learn that, but you know what? It's okay. You got to learn and drive on and just be better. So I don't see any harm in that. And I just noticed right here, little, ooh, that's my ceiling fan. Um, Even in winter, I keep the fan going. So if that's a distraction for y'all, I'm going to apologize. I My phone is literally sitting on my open laptop. I lost my little tripod that I had for my cell phone. I didn't realize I lost it till the night I went to look for it. But anyway, we never know when someone else is dealing with inside. No, you're absolutely right, Kathy. You never know. It's a good idea to always be kind. You just never know what struggle somebody's going through. Um, and you're right, forgiving yourself. It's tough. It is hard. I've straight dealt with that. Um, In my Orlando, I didn't get to read all of your comment, but man, I'm glad that you're here. I appreciate you, and I'm glad that you commented. Every comment, I mean, that's a personal interaction. Somebody took the time to type something out, and that means the world to me because I'm just a regular dude. I'm just a regular guy. I live in a regular neighborhood in a suburb of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and the fact that anybody online even wants to talk to me or share anything is just like wow. Because I don't see myself as anybody special. I'm just a dude. And I agree, Henry. We do need to allocate more funds, you know, local, federally, whatever, to take care of those with mental health challenges and issues. Um, and you're right, John. If folks that haven't been through it, just they don't get it. They all have assumptions about things, and it makes it tough. Um, like I said, my challenge is I don't believe that I'm clinically depressed. I just believe I've been through it enough. I even hate it. Feels weird for me saying it. Trauma. Um, I didn't know anything I experienced was trauma. I had no idea it was categorized like that. Trauma for me was like just like trauma. Like you fell off the roof and when you landed on the ground, like that's trauma. Um, hey, that's great, Dana. Thank you for that. And oh, I'm glad I said your name correctly. That's awesome. I'm glad I got that right. Um, but I never realized the stuff I've seen, and I mentioned this just one thing. So I never knew that was trauma. It's like really, I felt weird. I even feel weird now telling you guys about it. Like that's trauma. Um, so thanks, Josh. I appreciate you, man, and good to see a fellow Okie. Yeah. Oh, feel free to reach out anytime, man. Facebook, Instagram, even on here. So. And you're right, Kathy. Yeah, mental trauma. Never thought about it. Um, and Jennifer, you're welcome, man. I'm glad to talk about this. Um, so how far are you from Broken Arrow? So Leah, I live in Broken Arrow. I'm in Broken Arrow right now. So and you're welcome, Josh. I appreciate you, my dude. I will talk to you soon, I'm sure. But it's opened my eyes and my mind to a lot of things. It's like, well, once you know something's trauma, that gives you an idea on how to treat it. Um, So it's like I said, seeing a counselor for me has been fantastic. And me not being an emotional guy so much, like I never thought myself as being emotional. Oh my gosh, seeing a counselor, I have never cried so much in my life. I can't remember a time where I've just openly bawled, just like. And for me, that was hard. I apologized to the counselor. I'm like, honey, I am so sorry that you saw me cry. And she was like, what are you apologizing to me for? She almost seemed offended at the fact that I apologized to her. Um, and Dana, I am far from you. If you're in Newfoundland, yes. Where I'm at in Oklahoma, we're a good distance. Um, oh gosh, look at my hat here. And it is weird, Jennifer. Yeah. And so I'm glad to know that I'm not the only one that apologized to the counselor. Because it was so hard for I made a video called Encouragement. I think it was last year. No, it was absolutely last year at some point. And it was in my mind, it was a terrible video. It was one of the first ones I made like that. It was just my camera in my basement, just spur of the moment. But I made that video. Something came up, and because of that, um, wow, this is tough to even say. Anytime, the day I shot that video was the first time my daughter saw me cry. She had never seen me cry before that day. And Laura, honey, get you some help, baby. You are not the only one that's going through that. I don't know if anybody else ever told you that, but you are worth getting the help. I don't know you personally, but sugar, go get you somebody. Find somebody to get some help. You are worth getting help. Good. Oh my gosh, that's fantastic news. I'm glad you are, Laura. Because seriously, you're worth it. Everybody's worth it, man. We're all people. We all have worth. Counseling wasn't for me. It was hard to get something out of it. And man, having a counselor you connect with is huge. I've only seen one in my life, and like I said, just started a few weeks ago. But we hit it off super well. This lady is fantastic, and so it was weird for me, honestly. Just the environment. It was very comfortable, and I just felt like I could talk to her. So kudos to her for being good at what she does. Retired mental health professional with depression, anxiety. It was hard for me to go. Wow. So even you as a professional was wow. Jennifer, hey, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Have a great night. And thank you for stopping by. You have no idea how much it means to me that you hung out with me for a bit tonight. Yeah, but my calendar just anyway, and I don't want to name drop in here. She probably doesn't even know. I don't think she knows I have a YouTube channel. We haven't talked about it like that. But she still treats me. Oh golly, honey, I am so sorry to hear that. That has to be hard. That's got to be super tough. I can't imagine that being easy. But hey, I'm glad you have good friends. I'm seeing your comments here as they come up. So I'm glad you have somebody to talk to. We say a normal person is just one you haven't known long enough. Oh gosh. Whitney, hey, what's up? I'm so glad you're here. Whitney, I tell you what, Whitney is one of the absolute sweetest people I know. And I'm gonna give you some kudos here, Whitney, so don't hate me. I've had the opportunity to meet her in real life. She's a fantastic YouTuber, and just an all around good person. So Leslie, that's so powerful coming from you. Yeah, Leah, I love the conversation y'all have amongst yourselves there, because wow. Oh man. Oh, Mach 5 pets. I'm sorry to hear that. I really am. So I hope you can find a way to work through that. But Whitney, like honestly, fantastic person. I'm blessed to have you in my life, Whitney. This is a person I reach out to for help on dictation and how to speak better. And I don't want to go off on a tangent with that too much, but just she makes great videos. And I've even told her this. I'm not into to sewing. That's not what I do. But I would love to watch Whitney's channel just because of the way she talks. She's so engaging. And it's like, man, I want to be more like my friend Whitney and just learn. So go check out her channel. Fantastic person. If nothing else, follow her on Facebook and just show her support because she's just an awesome person. So I'm going to get off my soapbox. But thanks for stopping by, Whitney. I appreciate you. So my cat saved my life and I saved her. And Jeanette is always at the door waiting. That's awesome. So pets are a big deal, man. Y'all know I got a dog named Cortana. We just adopted her a few months ago. And Cortana and me are pretty tight. And you are welcome, Winnie. And thank you so much. That means the world to me that you'd say that. But me and Cortana, man, we're tight. We're like buddies. And I've not connected like that with too many animals in my life. And not the stray dog. That's Sugar Pie. So she's still in the house. We still have her. We're taking care of her. But Cortana, that's the yellow dog. She's the German Shepherd that we rescued right after we bought our house in July here in Broken Arrow. But man, it's like I can't get on the floor without her just running over, and she wants to cuddle and everything else. And I didn't know how much I would like that. It's like, oh, this dog loves me. Of course, Zombie loves me. We've had Zombie going on 8 years, but he's definitely wifey's dog. I mean, he chose her, and that's fine. I'm good with that. Cortana is, bless her heart, she picked me. I don't know why. I'm just a conglomerate mess of a man. But I'm her human. She's my doggy. And wifey has Zombie and Sugar Pie. Well, she's in the family now. So, in Mach 5, I'm glad you saved some two pets. And I see Nathan's got to go. Have a good night, buddy. Thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate you. And Laura, oh, your comment dropped off my screen before I could read it. So, and again, I love the conversation going on down below, y'all. That is fantastic. Absolutely love seeing that. As I talk about in so many videos, man, the Ray family, all of you guys, just the interaction, just for me is fantastic. And Dana, I believe that. Yeah, I mean, the day I brought Cortana home, I just laid down on the grass with my camera, just trying to get a cool shot, and she just ran all up underneath my face and was just doing what little puppies do, and that hit me in the feels. So I'm not used to having that happen, but now we're buddies. And that helps. I didn't realize an animal could help me like that. So, oh, that's sweet, Laura. That's a great comment. Cats and dogs are everything. Yeah. It is. It's huge. It's a help. So, but again, like I said, man, y'all are fantastic. I'm glad you're here. And Leslie, I'm glad you've got a dog and two cats to come love on you when you're feeling bad. It really helps. It's really a thing. And I'm glad that you have something like that in your life to help out. So, but man, we've been going at this for 32 minutes already. Oh my gosh, the time goes by fast with y'all, doesn't it? And you're right. I think that's a big deal, Kendra, because animals don't judge. I don't feel the need to be a different person around my animals like I would being around other humans. Hey, big time. Hey, a neighbor here, man. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. I love to see fellow Okies, man. That's great. Because Oklahoma, we're a flyover state. We don't get a lot of recognition. But I tell you what, there's a lot of fantastic people here in Oklahoma. Not that there's not great people everywhere. I mean, I travel the country for work. I meet great people everywhere I go. But I love to come back home to Oklahoma. Remy says hi. Hi, Remy. But man, I got sidetracked again. That happens to me so much. I am a scatterbrained individual, which isn't good. For my day job, I'm a project manager for a huge, IT company. I'm a giant nerd. But I keep things, all together. But man, just me as a person, I'm just like, woo. Just, again, being real is what it is. And I got to be honest, again, after a great day today, on a pro shoot with some amazing cinema. Why can't I say that word? Cinematographers. And coming home to the family and just sitting in my office, man, I was trying to plug through another video project, and it just hit me. It's like, this F-bomb. It's like, golly, I'm feeling this again. Oh, God, big time. I am sorry, my dude. That's rough, man. And I hope, I don't know you personally, man, but I hope if you need some help, brother, get it. I think that would all qualify as trauma, my dude. And that is absolutely warranted to get some help for. And, yeah, definitely thank you for your service. And there's comments coming in quicker than I can read some of those guys. I'm sorry. I love to give shout outs to everybody as they pop in. So my apologies if I don't get to read one before it drops off the screen here. But yeah, it's after a great day, it's still it hits me sometimes. And so it's helped me a lot just to have this conversation with y'all. And Rachel, I understand. Have a great night. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you more than you know. And I look forward to seeing more of your comments and other interactions soon. Thanks, Mach 5. I appreciate you. Have a good night. I know it's getting late. It's I think it's 11 o'clock here in Central Time Zone. But I'm a night owl. This is normal for me. I imagine it's late for y'all. And Rebecca, have a good night. I appreciate you stopping by. But man, it's definitely helped me out a lot. And Laura, I know, right? And and Leslie, thank you so much. I appreciate you. You have no idea. Um, yeah, and you're right, Kendra. I think more guys should speak out. Um, because it's a thing, you know. It really is. Our mental health is important. And one of the things for me personally that made me really think I need to go get help. I was getting angry at nothing far too often. And I've absolutely never been abusive to wifey, Dawn, or my pets. That's absolutely never ever been an issue. Um, but I lose my temper on some stupid stuff, and I'm like, what? Why am I like this? Like, what is going on? What has led me to be like this? And that was one of the deciding factors because I didn't want to get to a point where it got like that because we read about that, you know. And 130 in Newfoundland, wow. Um, and Laura, so yeah, you're dealing with that too, the anger. Um, no, Leah, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Have a good night. Thanks for being here. It means the world to me that y'all stopped in and hang out. Um, but no, it was a thing. That was one of the, it was like, I've got to get help. I need to fix this. This is not something I can do on my own. I need a counselor to give me some direction. Um, and so, yeah, I'm getting the help that I need. And I want to encourage everybody. It's like, you're not the only one that's going through this. And thank you, Leslie. I appreciate that. And so I want to encourage folks out there. It's like, you're not the only one. There's other folks out there dealing with stuff. And it's okay to get help. It's okay. And you're right, big time. We need to take it more seriously. And you're right. It made me feel very weak. It made me feel not manly. It made me feel like I was less of a person. And I'm a big, confident, outgoing person. It was like, whoa, be big is all this stuff. I do all these things. I go out and I meet people all the time. I'm just very energetic, charismatic person. And still, oh Lord, oh golly, honey, I'm sorry to read that. And you said you're seeing somebody, right? And so at least you've got that. That's just knowing, understanding there's a challenge. That's a great first step. So, and in the stigma, I need to stop. Yeah, no, I understand, but you can do it. If you're willing to talk about it here, where other people are going to see it, you can beat it. You can absolutely get over that. And I agree, Dana. It does take a big person to ask for help. It's tough. I'm saying even me, and all the stuff that I carry forward, it was hard for me. One, to understand that I need help. It was tough to realize it, and even harder to make the decision to reach out. It's like, man, I got this problem. Can you please help me? Oh, I was crushed as a person. It was so hard, but I'm glad I did. And I've seen my counselor twice, so it's not like we have this super long, relationship. But the first visit was hard. All the crying was just like, oh, it's even hard for me to talk about the fact that I cried. What about if you're stuck between anxiety, depression, and nothingness? I feel like I have something, but I don't know what. Jacqueline, honey, it's okay. You don't have to know, but if you feel like something's off, it's all right. Reach out, get some help. We'll just see a counselor for the first time. Get a consultation. It's okay to not know. If you think something's wrong, just reach out and say, hey, I feel like something's just not 100% right. I want to talk to somebody about it. It doesn't mean you're broken. Doesn't mean you need medication. I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to try to say anything. But it's okay to go and just try to find a counselor you can talk to. Maybe they can steer you in the right direction. So it's okay, though, to reach out and get that help. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I want to encourage you to do it. If no one else will tell you to do it, honey, go ahead and do it. Get on the Googles, find somebody in your area, and see if they can help you out. Because it's tough, honey. It is. And I'm from the South, so I say honey and sugar and all this stuff a lot. I hope that doesn't offend anybody. That's just me being me. But no, it is. I fully admit that it was hard, and but I'm glad I did it. And I'll encourage everybody here that happens to see this video, especially, golly, 40 minutes in now. Whoo, we've been talking for a hot minute. But it's okay to reach out and get that help. It is. And I say that from a dude that reached out and started getting some help because I needed it. Bailey, all my projects have failed. Now the resources to do the new things, I'm finding it hard to be creative or motivated. Any advice? Oh man, because that's something I struggle with. The creativity just goes down the drain when you're depressed, when you're feeling depressed, when you're struggling. It's hard. I encourage everybody, want to reach out and get help. I encourage everyone to reach out to a spiritual advisor. I'm not here to push a religion or a belief system. That's not what I do. But if you have one, reach out, talk to a counselor, in or out of your belief system or your spiritual advisor, whatever you want to call it. I highly encourage that. Calling, there's a big deal I see online now where you can schedule like some kind of Skype call or something with a counselor online, and you can do it at your schedule. Maybe there's something going on that you just need to have a conversation with somebody about, like a mental roadblock or something. You talk to a counselor a few sessions, and maybe you can clear that, and all the creativity will just come back. My honest advice is don't give up, and don't feel like you have to go at it alone. It's okay to feel funky. And I've said this on plenty of my videos too, man. Like I said, I'm not a counselor, I'm not a professional, but sometimes it just helps to talk to somebody. Hit me up on social media. Find me on Facebook or Instagram, or drop a comment here. I'll talk to anybody. I've had a handful of people reach out and really dive deep and tell me some very, very personal, intimate details about their life, and some other things I never expected to read. And it's like, ooh, that was tough to read. But I replied to every one of them. It's like, man, I'll pray for you. I'll pray with you. Whatever you want to do. I'll do my best to talk to you about it. It's like, I am not prepared to handle what I just read. But man, if you just need somebody to listen, bro, I'll be a sounding board. At least I can offer that. And so just those interactions on social media were huge in the fact that somebody would trust me with that type of knowledge was very humbling, and I felt very honored to be a part of that. And I agree, Kathy, taking the first step is absolutely the hardest. It really is. But it's so worth it. As awkward and as weird as it felt, yeah, the light is absolutely there. And it's going to be okay. It is a tough pill to swallow. It's a tough reality to even think about walking towards or shooting towards. But man, is it so worth it? The relief I felt, in my first just 2 counseling sessions was just mind blowing for me. It's like, what? I can't believe this. So I'm excited to go back in a week and a half and just continue to work through the things. And like I said, I could, I've got a lot of stories I could tell and share, but I don't think this is the platform for that. Maybe every once in a while I'll reference one, and because it'll be therapy for me. It'll help me out a lot, but I think it'll encourage some of y'all as well. And I'm still stuck on the word trauma. Like that it's like, what? Mental trauma, really? I never thought of anything like that as trauma, but no, it's all things that have to be dealt with and worked through. So our brain is a phenomenal machine. I'm not going to pretend to really understand a lot about it, but I believe it has the ability to heal if we give it treatment, and it'll have long-lasting benefits that yield dividends and results. Yeah, and having a journal has to help. I've heard and read that helps a lot of people. So I'm glad that you have that outlet that you can utilize that for help. That's huge. And thank you for sharing that. Maybe we'll encourage somebody else to look into that. So, and I love the shares here, all the conversation. Y'all are just fantastic. And forgive me, I got to get a drink of water because I'm thirsty. And yeah, getting some prescription medication, that has to help. You go see a doctor, they figure out you need some stuff and you take it. I'm in no way going to advocate, abusing, prescription pharmaceuticals or other illicit substances. I'm not going to, promote that, but no, going and seeing a doctor and getting some help with medicine, that's fantastic. That's what it's there for. So kudos to you for getting that. I don't know that I'm at that point or will ever be at that point. If I am, then I guess I'll go down that path. But anxiety took over my life until medication. Well, Laura, I'm glad that you found out you needed that. So if it's helping, that's fantastic. And Orlando, artwork is therapeutic. That's one of my outlets. No, dude, it is. I get that. Making videos is a form of art. Like, this is an expression of who I am. A live stream is one thing, but man, when I go make a drone video or I shoot stuff with Karma Kitty and the dogs or just whatever else, that's a creative outlet. That's my art. That's what I do, and it feels really good. So, and wow, so it sounds like, Leslie, you've been through some stuff and have really done well for yourself. So thank you that's a very intimate and personal detail. So thank you for being strong enough to share that with everybody. That's awesome. That's encouraging. So certainly, and you've got some documented progress. That's a big deal. You can look back at whatever time and see where you were and now see where you're at. That's huge. That's so huge to be able to do that. That's incredible. So, but guys, I want to thank you all for being here. I appreciate you. I think it's about time for me to wrap this up. I've got to get off here, but keep being amazing, everyone. Yeah, Whitney, thanks so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. You have no idea, Whitney. You're just a fantastic person, and I am blessed for having you in my life. So keep doing what you do. Definitely, you're encouraging. There by the grace in the universe goes every one of us. Absolutely. Grace is a big deal. I wouldn't be here without grace and mercy. And Kendra, good night. I appreciate you. Stay awesome, Ray. Well, thank you for thinking I'm awesome. I appreciate that. That means the world to me to see that. Okay. Good night, sweetie. Have a good one. Be safe. Have a great day tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to wrap up and get off here. So again, everybody, thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. This actually wound up being far more therapeutic for me than I realized it would be. I hope it encourages somebody out there to take that first step and to get some help. It's okay. It's okay to do it. You can do it. You're worth doing it. If you're already getting help, keep getting it. Don't stop. If you're prescribed medication, don't stop taking it. Take it. You got it for a reason. Leslie, I will rest well. You as well. So again, if you're already in the Ray Ray family, I appreciate you guys. I say it literally every video. I love y'all. You're the best. If you're just tuning in for the first time, I thank you for being here as well. I appreciate you. I want to invite you to the Ray Ray family. Click the red subscribe button. You can see there's a lot of interaction here from folks that are already here, and they're awesome. So if you want to be a part of that, it's super easy. And remember, guys, to always be biggest. Be the biggest and the best you could possibly be. Do something every day. Do it tomorrow. Do it tomorrow when you wake up. Find a way to make somebody else's day great. See you guys. Bye-bye.